Ambassador Sinha, you're going to have a "I told you so" moment because you were not in favor of actually this SCO forum proceeding if Mr. Bhutto was going to be in attendance. I think you anticipated this would happen. But even by your anticipations, did you actually think that you would see this kind of language? कि उनको जवाब देंगे वक्त आने पर?
Well, that is the language that he has been using in the past, so I'm not surprised. In fact, I was surprised that in his main speech, he was extremely cautious, careful, and only made indirect jibes. He made references to terrorism and said that terrorism should not be used as a diplomatic tool. But then the true colors came out very soon because the temptation point was extremely strong. You have elections coming up in Pakistan. His government is in trouble. Imran Khan, the chief opponent, has taken a very strong anti-Indian stand. Now, in this kind of a situation, for him to have come and not made a statement which can get him some headlines back home would have been extremely surprising. So I was a little pleasantly surprised earlier, but now that he's made this statement in the press conference, I'm kind of not. I mean, I feel sorry that this has happened. But actually, it is not just he who is immature. I come back to the point of the SCO itself. The SCO has compelled us to offer a platform to Bilawal Bhutto to come and make a statement against us on our soil. Now, this kind of an organization should not be an organization of which we should be a part. This was expected, and had this not happened, the SCO meeting itself would have been a non-event. I just looked up the China Daily, China's main English daily. They didn't even have a report on this meeting of foreign ministers today. All they had was a report on Chingang going to Islamabad later today for the meeting on Afghanistan. So as far as China is concerned, this is not even an event important enough to be reported in the daily newspaper. And in India now, tomorrow's newspapers will be full of only what Bilawal Bhutto Zardari said against India. And the conference itself becomes irrelevant, which it has been largely. In fact, I went back and looked up some of the articles written by Indians in the IDSA, the Institute of Defense Studies and Analysis, when India became a member in 2016. And one of the fears expressed was that by some other countries, that if India and Pakistan joined, then the organization would get bogged down by India-Pakistan rivalry. And this is what seems to have happened now, because this seems to override everything else. So,
are you suggesting, in other words, that the very existence of the SCO forum has actually led to a manipulation, as it were, of India's interests at the forum by the very presence of Mr. Bhutto and the way he's chosen to comment?
Yes, you see, if you go back to that period when India became a member, it was Russia that was very keen to bring India in, because as China rose in importance globally, Russia wanted to counter that, and wanted to bring India in. And then to counter India's entry, China decided to bring Pakistan in. So both of us became pawns in this rivalry between China and Russia. Now, of course, the situation has changed considerably, but the fact remains that we've been pawns in this game of countering each other, and that has led to the SCO itself becoming largely irrelevant. The most important issue being discussed today is, whether English should be the official language of the organization or not. And for the last 7 years, India has been trying to make English one of the official languages. The only two other languages are Russian and Chinese. So this is what the organization has achieved in the 7 years that India has been a member.